Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning, Fabulites. This is Angela with another edition of Notes on the News, where I share with you my thoughts about headlines that I'm sharing with you from my newsfeed. Sometimes I don't have any thoughts that I can coherently compose or that I want to share, but if I do share thoughts, it's based on the headline, just having read the headline, because headlines are very informative. Just listening to the headlines, you'd be like, oh. That don't give you the whole story. You can't judge a book by its cover, but you can get a little bit of something going from the cover, from the headline. Or my thoughts could be based on having read the article, or just my general thoughts about the subject at large. But it's not news, it's just my thoughts on the news. It's just my notes on the news today at this moment in time. So if you like what I do here, please consider subscribing. If you aren't already a subscriber, welcome back. If you have been here before, thank you for being a subscriber. If you are a subscriber, let us proceed. I'm Angela. The channel is Be Fabulous You. Jada Pinkett Smith recalls story of actress Jessica Chastain helping Octavia Spencer get paid more. And we know, we put this in the context of Jada Pinkett Smith coming forward and saying that she supports Monique. So yay, Miss Jada Pinkett Smith. It's kind of interesting because I was thinking that I had heard that when Will Smith was a part of the Fresh Prince, the TV show, that some of the actors tried to get together to negotiate for more money. And what I heard, or what I think I heard, or whatever, allegedly, Will Smith was like he wouldn't be a part of the negotiation because, if you want to, it's kind of like unionizing. If we all work together, we can get more. But he broke ranks and he was just like concerned about him getting more. And I don't know if it was because he was young and immature. I don't know. But I'm happy to see his wife standing with another woman who a lot of people are like, color your hair and sit down and shut up, black woman. That's how it sounds to my ears. And I'm like, I'm glad. I appreciate when people speak. I appreciate when people speak and share their experience. It gives us all more information and more perspective. And those people who speak, I think, are very courageous and bold, and I applaud them. And I think that they're leaders in a certain way. Tennis Sandgren Serena Williams calls for player to apologize for tweets. His name is Tennys. It's probably pronounced tennis. I don't know. Here's everything coming to Netflix in February. I don't really have Netflix, so I can't boycott them. I don't really watch the NFL, so I can't boycott the NFL. But I boycott in spirit. Does that count? I'm not going to get them. The relationship between ousted Uber founder Travis Kalanick and new CEO Dara Khosrowshahi is clearly strained. I thought Dara was a woman, but apparently Dara is a man. They're over in Switzerland for the, there's like this economic Davos, where a lot of rich people get together every year in, I think it's Switzerland, someplace cold. The Senate just confirmed a former pharma executive as top health official. Somebody in pharmaceutical who was somebody in pharmaceutical, an executive at a pharmaceutical company, is the top health official. Y'all know that those two things don't exactly really go together. That when they're trying to get you on drugs and keep you on drugs, that's not really about maintaining your health. That's about maintaining the health of their bottom line financially. They don't give a care about your health and your well-being. That's how I think, allegedly. So now that person is the not attorney general, but the head doctor in charge, surgeon general. Is that they appointed this person the surgeon general? So we be concerned about President Zero and what he is or is not doing. But these, a lot of these elected officials are out here doing the most destructive stuff that they can do. I mean, they are really doing a lot of regressive, backwards, jacked up shit. The North Korean defector who escaped after being shot had reportedly been in a drunk driving accident. We heard the other day that he had done, last week, maybe the week before, that he said he had done something illegal or done a crime. We didn't know what it was. I guess it was a drunk driving accident. Jill Scott's husband is now asking for half of everything. He was forced to sign that prenup. Jill Scott, Mary J. Blige, I don't know where these men, I don't want to say I don't know where they get them from, but y'all, sis, Catholic school principal ends 40-year career after being caught on camera making racist remarks. Now, when I went in the article, they said the person was 40 years old. So I don't know if he's 40 years old or if he had a 40-year career. And then they say that what he was caught saying on camera was out of context. So I'm like, he could have been reading a line from a script. I don't know. But anyway, I'm assuming they're going to continue to investigate. How Indonesia's notorious special forces train by drinking snake blood and breaking bricks with their heads. 12-year-old black student believed to be bullied, found dead at D.C. boarding school from apparent suicide. I think it was a black boarding school. A black child, too. Chinese scientists just cloned 2 monkeys, moving one step closer to cloning humans. So why is this like such a goal to clone humans? What does it mean? What's the point? I've never really thought much about it. What is it about? Some people say that President Zero is a clone because he old as dirt. He's in terrible shape. He doesn't take good care of himself. So how has he managed to live as long as he's lived? They say this is like, I think somebody told me that Dick Gregory said that when the one with the red tie is real and the one with the blue tie is a clone. And me and my mother were saying how, it seems kind of funny in a way. But then again, it's like you never know really what's funny and what's really going on. So I don't know. And then it seemed like he stayed winning. And how is he winning physically when 40-year-olds and 50-year-olds are dropping dead and they eating the same diet of McDonald's, the same crappy diet? It's not like, well, he has a better quality of food because he eating McDonald's in the middle of the night and diets. I don't know. The church that thrives in a ghost town. Ray J's mother steps in to defend son against allegations of cheating on pregnant wife. Erykah Badu sees the good in Hitler and swears she doesn't take rappers to the sunken place. I think I saw something later or whatever that was talking about, she had said something about Farrakhan to a Jewish reporter, and then they asked her that she is a supporter of Farrakhan, and then the people wanted her to take it back, and she's like, I'm not taking it back. Everybody is human, and I do believe everybody is human. There are some jacked up, crazy humans. I believe that. But I don't know. Maybe it's true that some people are just born babies and they're born evil, but I don't believe that. I think that through experiences and whatever, people get twisted and jacked up. So I feel like, I guess when Hitler was a baby, Hitler was probably cool. And I feel like we hold Hitler up as like the most evil of the evil and the most worst of the worst. But there are all of these people that we're supposed to hold up, like as black folks in this country and in this world, we're supposed to hold them up like, oh, you got a Rhodes Scholarship? And then when I started learning about Cecil Rhodes, I'm like, what in the world? And then there's someone who, a Belgium King, I can't remember his name, but he killed more Africans than Hitler killed Jewish people, but we don't even know his name. We never hear his story. That's not held up. We hardly hear his story. That's not held up as like the evilest of evil, so it's sort of like, I don't know. Lawyers inmate awaiting execution no longer remembers crime. This guy is like less than 70 years old, but I guess his mental state has deteriorated to such a rate that he doesn't remember the crime. And then I guess I always be like, did the person really commit the crime, or is it like just a case of locking up black people to keep more black people enslaved? Netflix, Hulu, and Amazon Prime offer a similar fare, but their viewers have different habits. I thought that Netflix would be more movies, but I think that Amazon Prime people watch more movies. France baby milk scandal explained in 100 and 500 words. Justice for Srijith, Indian protester, becomes social media hero. Now, this Srijith is out here protesting because his brother was killed by the police. So it seems like it should be justice for his brother. But, this is the first I'm hearing of him. Tiffany Haddish signs deal with HBO. Captain Cook statue vandalized ahead of Australia Day. They threw pink paint on them and said, we charge genocide, or you genocidal butthole, or whatever they said. They called this like Australia Day is supposed to be this wonderful day when we celebrate Australia. And they're like, you're celebrating the killation of my people. No, we don't celebrate that. No, we don't acknowledge this person as a hero. No, 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 and hell no. Damn ass Captain Cook. Hulu locks out users with login problems 2 nights in a row. Larry Nassar, MSU president, resigns amid gymnast abuse row. Africa's biggest mobile operator wants to be its biggest bank. And they're apparently in Africa, the mobile system and banking are like much more linked than they are here. Cannabis growers in marijuana mega merger. Ring of Fire's volcanic and quake activity is normal, says scientists. So like a lot of these earthquakes and volcanoes that we've been hearing about are in a region of the world called the Ring of Fire, where there is like most of the volcanoes are, most of the fault lines for earthquakes are. It's like a high concentration of stuff. So they're saying that the scientists are saying that the activity is normal. It's just a lot of it is happening at the same time or something like that. But don't be alarmed. It's not global warming. That's what I'm like. I think everything going on with the weather is part of this global warming, or whatever you want to call it. Jack White is the latest musician to ban phones at shows, but they had Alicia Keys, and then a black comedian had also banned phones at their show as well. Padmavat, India tightens security as controversial film opens. I think the film has like a Hindu person and a Muslim person getting together, so it's like causing big drama over in India. Some people are upset about it. Boris Johnson, who's like some bigwig over in Britain, I guess, is descendant of mummified Basil woman. So this woman is like, it's his great 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 grandmother or something like that. And so she was prominent like a society family, and he's prominent like a society family. I don't know why I thought that was interesting. The old Vic Theatre launches workplace scheme following Spacey allegations. So they have people who you can report problems to, sort of like peer counselors. When I worked in schools, sometimes we would have like groups of young people who were trained as mediators, and they would try to mediate issues before they became issues. And then when stuff was escalating to the point where it was going to be a fight, they would let adults know. That was like the best. Those kids, they will let you know some stuff, and when you give them the training, most children want peace, and they want to help other children, and they're kind in their heart. That's been my experience. I love working with them kids, them children. Somebody said kids are goats, don't call them kids. U.S. to send aircraft carrier to Vietnam in post-war first, and it could send a big message on the South China Sea. Y'all know in China, they've built all of these fake islands, and then they've been putting military stuff on them. So now the U.S. is coming in to say, we got your back, other Asian countries. We're not going to let China bully you. It'd be keeping track of who's the good guy and who's the bad guy in these situations. And I don't know if there is a good guy and a bad guy. I think people, some of the stuff we do is proper and correct, and some of the stuff that we do is improper and correct. And that's what I think is the same thing with countries. I don't think any country or any person is like all good or all evil. And I think it's very immature to think, oh, this person is just great and wonderful and they can do no wrong. Even though, sometimes I'll joke and be like, my mama can't do no wrong. Because, for the most part, she can't, but she's still human. NASA test flight, foldable plane. Oh, NASA tests light foldable plane wings for supersonic flights. So like the plane could be in the air and then it could fold and adjust the wings so that, to make it more efficient. And they're testing this. Italy train crash, 3 killed in derailment near Milan. So rest in peace for the people who made their transition or are making their transitions as we speak, for the people who were injured, for friends and families and communities of those people, and for all of us in the world. Peace, baby, peace. North Korea hockey players arrive in the South for joint team. So again, North Korea, they like coming in and participating in this Olympics. They got the hockey players. I think the South Korea team had 30 people, and now North Korea has 13 more people who have come over. They have they have all kind, not a whole, they have probably 5 or 10 things that are coming from North Korea to South Korea. And some people are not happy about it because they feel like the athletes in South Korea who have been training and working are going to be diluted by the North Koreans. And are they there because they're the best athletes or because of politics? Calais blockade, protesting French fishermen block port. Calais, I don't know how to pronounce that. Regional leaders offer no plan direction for transit. Hey, I look back around. I'm so excited. Thank you so much for tuning in to another edition of Notes on the News, for subscribing, for liking, for sharing, for commenting, for being you, for being fabulous you. Be you, be fabulous you. Be you, be fabulous, be fabulous.